Hey, welcome to issue 32 of Common Comic Covers, an appreciation podcast for non-key comics. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Andy.
And welcome to the show, Andy. It's always good to see you. How you been?
I'm good. Thank you for having me as a guest on your show again. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, you've been on. You've been a guest on this show for 32 times.
It's a streak. Yes, issue 32 now we're on, right?
Really proud of you. Tell your agent thank you.
Yes.
Andy, you got big news. Where are you going this weekend?
Washington SummerCon. Yeah, it's not so much local. We have to drive like 45 minutes or something out of the way. But it's a comic book convention in Puyallup. We're looking forward to it. My family of 4 should be going there. Knock on wood, there's no illnesses or anything that happens. So
you shouldn't even say that. What? And keep in mind, we have kind of a time limit that we try to go to here. So with your response to my question, but what are you looking for? Like, what's one thing where you're not like looking for it, but you're looking for it?
Batman 90. I think it's Mad Magazine 9 or 7 or 5 or something like that. And so those two are yeah.
Batman 90.
Yeah.
And then Mad Magazine number 9.
9, 7, or 5. So it's one of the odd early number ones.
You might want to write that down.
Yeah, I need to. You're right. I'll recognize the cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. Well, happy hunting to you today. Speaking of comic books, we're going to talk comic books. We're going to share our common comic covers. We're going to do our dog and pony show. And then you have a new either or for me where I get to choose either this one or that one. So let's start with our common cover. What do you have this week?
Okay. Yeah. This is actually a magazine size, but it is Terror Tales number 5, volume 2 from September of 1970. And it is, I think I paid $14 for this magazine. And I think I got it for half off. So, but it's really cool. You think about like the Golden Age horror and stuff that has a lot of those elements. The head is
it Frankenstein? That's Frankenstein. About to get his head cut off?
Yeah, but he's a robot. All these gears and stuff are coming out here.
Okay. What year was this?
1970.
1970.
So it's and then there's it's bondage, woman in a red dress.
Is this Warren Publishing?
So this is a Eerie publication.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
That's cool.
It is cool. I looked up, there's not a lot of they have like a list of artists that worked on the magazine, but they don't have like who did the cover. It's not signed that I can see. So yeah, it's a really cool, like it's really fun when you can find things that are like maybe a little bit off the beaten path.
I love it.
Yeah, it could be, you find this in 20 years earlier in a.
Is that a painted cover? Would you call that a painted cover?
So. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the guy? It's probably not him, but
it's not the best quality.
George Wilson. That doesn't look like a George Wilson. I might be getting that name wrong. The guy that did all the Golden Key painted covers.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
George something.
I don't think he was on the list of artists. Yeah. How about you? What do you got?
1968 Gold Key Tiger Girl.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Drink Tiger Girl in right there.
Let's get some close-ups on that.
Yeah. One second here. How's that? Sorry, I got it in the plastic.
It's okay.
I know you hate that.
No, that's okay.
It's her. That's Tiger Girl. That's her. That's her Bengal tiger. She has a spiritual connection with it.
That's her leg.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here's a little bit about Tiger Girl. It was meant to be an ongoing series, but it ended after this episode or this issue.
One shot.
One and done. Wow. Unintentional one shot. Written by Jerry Siegel.
Mm.
Yeah, not not a great story. Definitely kind of some holes in there. But anyway, Jerry Siegel, if you don't know, that's co-creator of Superman. Art and cover are by Jack Sparling. And there's two versions out there. They're both the same. Very cheap. Easy book. I like Gold Key.
Yeah.
And I just thought this was kind of cool. Tiger Girl.
You have, what is it called? You focused in and you've gotten laser focused on your Gold Key books.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I have more to share. That's not Gold Key this week, but
okay.
But my common cover is Tiger Girl Gold Key. Andy, what's your dog and pony show?
Oh yeah. So I am, showing off a little bit of my Batman collection, and I wanted to talk about like how I think there's a lot of really fun, great old and new ways to start collecting Batman. Many years ago, I started and I picked up this comic book. So this is Batman 103, and this is considered the first Silver Age issue of Batman. I think I paid in the $75 range. It has a coupon cut, but otherwise it's a great looking book. And it doesn't interrupt the story. I'm very happy with that, as having that in my collection is So if you're like want to collect Batman, and you don't want to start at Batman #1 because you don't have $150,000 to start, or you don't have Detective Comics 27. Those are out of reach. But you can go back and at the beginning of the Silver Age and collect Superman or Batman, excuse me. So this is the
I like where you're going here. I like this.
Yeah, it's the third appearance of Bat Hound. So there's like a little bit of additional collectability, other than like this has been deemed as the first Silver Age comic book. But a decent one, or it's $200 for a 4.0 ish graded book you can find.
You said Silver Age, but was that Golden Age size? It looked a little bigger.
Let me see.
And that comic code stamp.
It's very big. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is Golden Age size still. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. And then I have this. This is Batman 164. And this is the first. Let me see if I can get that. First new look Batman, and in title. So it's like he's been updated for the 60s. It came out in 64, but yet again, it's not a super expensive book. So if you're like, I want to start collecting Batman when he's changed, the new look, the new kickoff, that's a wonderful place to start, I feel like. And I've kind of gone through and I've picked up all these because I can't decide where I want to start. But I can't start at Batman 1. So. That's
all right. What number was that?
Batman 164.
164. Okay.
Yeah.
Neal Adams isn't quite on Batman yet at that point.
No. Yeah. And then we have this one. It's Batman 200.
200. There's Neal Adams.
There's Neal Adams cover.
I think that's his first one, isn't it?
I believe so, yes. And this is just, I think this is a 68. 68, March 68, yes. And you can get this. This is still not, these are still, they're not cheap, but
it's affordable.
Yeah.
So that's where I've started. I started at 200? Batman 200.
Okay. Yeah. And I love, it's like this is a cool book, really fun cover, has a collage of all the different books. And it's
an amazing book. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I haven't actually opened it up because, I bought a graded one. I probably could crack it and just enjoy it. So another way I've enjoyed Batman, and I've loved these. I've had 3 or 4 copies of this, but it's the DC 100-page giant, but it collects 3 Two-Face stories, among other things. So it's like the 2-part origin and then the end of Two-Face. But you can get these are under $10, including shipping on eBay. And this is from 73.
That looks like it's in a condition that I would buy.
Yeah, it's in really bad shape. Yeah, I have one that's in really nice shape, but this is and this is Those
books are hard to find in good condition. The thick ones.
The bigger ones, they're more often in really bad shape. Okay,
I like this.
Thank you. And then I have this. This is a really cool one. This is Batman.
Oh yeah.
181.
That's
first Poison Ivy.
That's not an easy one to get.
No, from June of '66. But this is the reprint.
Oh, okay.
October of.
I didn't see. I see the price now.
yeah. But it's great. It's a little bit. If you're willing to spend $40, there's no condition you can't get this in. I was surprised that some of them are harder to find. But yeah, I found one in my comic book shop that was like a 9.8 was $36. So, and then the same with this one. This is a Neal Adams classic cover, and it's a reprint. This is from September of. This originally was from September of '73, which is the same month and year as this one, which is kind of funny. I was doing research, but yeah, just going through and finding there's just lots of great ways. Like you can collect the villain first appearances and iconic covers because they've done these reprints that are fantastic. So that was my. Oh, and then here's another one. This I can't. It's like I just love this cover. It's a new Batman. Why not start at like a new series and just collect that? This was the Batman Adventures Volume 2, Number 1, or something like that. Yeah. But it's cool. Anyway.
I think you could start with the numbers I'm spacing right now on it, but year 1, Frank Miller's year 1.
Oh yeah.
That's a natural restart, and you can't go wrong with those books.
Those are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's lots of fun, and those Frank Miller ones are like they could be. Those are criminally underpriced. I think those are such cool books.
You can find them in mid-grade for less than $50.
Like the set.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Is it 4 issues? All right, cool. All right, we're ready for my dog and pony show. So I went. There's a few antique shops in our area that has a guy that sets up comic book booths. So instead of having a comic book store, he sets up booths in antique shops. I like it because he's always refreshing with new arrivals, and it's kind of a nice little way to go. And there is one that I haven't been to yet. And so I went the other day and I stretched my $20 pretty far. Pretty proud of what I did. So I'll just go rapid fire. Most of these, so I just went through everything and I'm just pulling like, oh, this is a cool book. I've wanted this one, or, haven't seen this one. Most of these I would put in the reader copy, although the first one I'm going to share with you is definitely not reader copy, but for $3, I got Marvel Team Up number 100, first appearance of Karma, Frank Miller cover.
Oh,
$3 cool. Well spent. Wouldn't be a comic book day without some Gold Key, Magnus Robot Fighter.
I love those painted covers.
I spent the most on this one at $4.
You a little closer on the screen.
Oh, this is a beautiful book.
Oh. Yeah, it's when you get in your hand. You can really. Oh, they're running over a robot. Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah. He fights a robot in every issue.
No, yeah.
I can't remember. I think it's number 13. Dr. Solar.
I don't think I have that one.
Golden Key. This one pretty. The spine is pretty rolled, but $3.
Yeah. Okay.
And $2. I like Howard the Duck. So this is Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and Howard the Duck number 96. That was $2. This is a fun one. And again, I'd say this is probably more mid-grade, 4.0 maybe. Captain America. One second. Gonna sneeze.
Oh, folks, he's pretending to sneeze right now. He didn't do
False
it.
alarm. False alarm.
He didn't do it.
We're good. We're back. Captain America 126. What's cool about this? I want to say I think it's a Gene Colan cover, but this is the first time that the Falcon dons the Captain America suit.
Which number is it?
126.
126. Yeah, I don't have
Silver
that.
Age. Great book. Cool story. They're on the run, and he needs a disguise, so he jumps into the Captain America suit. That's a fun one. $2 for that one. This one, detached cover. It took a bath at one point for sure, but it's not moldy. But for $2, Spectacular Spider-Man #1.
Oh yeah,
That's cool, especially for $2. This is a Gene Colan Daredevil 39. It's got some issues over here, but again, I paid $2.
Yeah,
why would you leave this at a shop for $2?
Yeah.
And then I love this. I did not do this, but there's the infamous oopsie doopsie on the tape.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I've saved the best for last.
Ooh.
$1.50. Similar to Tiger Girl. It was meant to be a series, but the 1970s in DC was not a good time. And so this is the only one. First issue special #4. Lady Cop.
Wait. Here's the. It's a lady, but she's also a cop.
Yeah. No, I mean the think tank at DC on this one, and that's what the criminals called her, Lady Cop.
Lady Cop. I mean that makes sense for old criminals to go up to. Yeah.
And she had. I read this issue actually because I was just so curious. A rough. I could see why it didn't make it to issue #1. Man, she had a tough beat that she walked with all they kind of did it where like it was 4-page stories. So I want to say there were like 3 or 4 stories within it.
Okay.
And she's tough. Don't mess with Lady Cop. Spoiler, she became a cop. So it's super dark, 1970s. She's under the bed in like her apartment while all of her roommates are getting murdered.
Oh gosh.
And she's talking. So it happens. And she's, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. I mean, super dark. Yeah. And they're like, did you get a look at it? She says, no, I was under the bed, but I saw that the criminal, the murderer had on these cowboy boots with a star and these laces. And the detective, another lady was there, was like, wow, we could use someone with those observation skills on the force. Next page, she's at the police academy. And the rest is history.
I mean, it's not the worst origin story. But.
Never did find the murderer. It's been a mystery for over 50 years.
Well, it was. If she ever gets to public domain, you gotta call him.
Might have been. There's a dog barking in the background.
Oh, we can't. I can't.
Oh, okay. It's Arthur. My dog's name is Arthur after Tick in Arthur.
Oh.
Yeah, his middle name is Roger. Only Tick fans are going to get that one. All right, Andy, are you ready?
Oh yeah. I have a question to ask you.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have totally spaced it. I was just.
You were mesmerized by Lady Cop.
That's right. It was good. Okay, so you have to choose between these 2 books. Same price. Which one are you taking? So the first one is Bone #1.
Okay. Wow.
It's a good one.
Good one. I mean, I've read Bone to my kids, so this has a special place, and
me too.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Or this one.
Okay. It's a no contest for me.
Okay.
I mean, this is good, right? This is the first first Venom, right?
That was the origin story of the Black.
Yeah. So same price. Boy, Bone #1 is going to be way more rare.
Yeah. So we're talking like a 3.0 of Bone number 1 versus a 9.8 of the...
Yeah. I'm taking the Bone. I mean, part of it, it's so unique. It just like last week with what was the issue? I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, Albedo number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or again, it's just a harder one to find. It's a unique character. You know, not everyone knows who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Not everyone knows who Bone is, which I love that. It's one of the best stories of all time. Yeah, it's easy for me. Bone number 1. What do you have? What are you thinking?
Oh yeah, Bone number 1. It's this next round is going to be rough though, because you picked some really good ones. Yeah, Albedo 2, Wolverine miniseries number 1, Bone number 1, and then the creme de la creme that we haven't got to next. Is that next week? Okay. Okay. So next week is the last round, and then we're on to playoffs. And then we go to the next level. Semifinals. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Andy, that was great. I loved our common comic covers. We stuck around. I was 1968. You were 1970. So good job on us. And then Dog and Pony Show, Andy walked us through on some ideas of where to start Batman. I think that's pretty cool. And I just showed you a bunch of random books I paid $2 for. That's great. I can't wait to go to the Comic-Con and bring out a stack. Yeah. You're going to have to, looking forward to seeing all those. Yeah. Okay. And as Ringo Starr says, peace, love, peace, love.